Okay. Good afternoon. It's time for our special presentation of Black History. And Sister Jamie Cross has agreed to do a presentation this morning. We appreciate her stepping forth. She's the Miwa that they keep talking about. So she can come on up here.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I am speaking on Dr. Anna Julia Cooper. Once stated, it isn't what we say about ourselves, it's what our lives stand for. A pioneer of Black feminist thought, Cooper dedicated her life to public service through her career as a teacher, author, and a social activist. Born into slavery on August 10, 1858, Anna Julia Haywood lived in Raleigh, North Carolina, with her mother, Hannah Stanley Haywood. Hannah never revealed the identity of the father, presumably her enslaver to her daughter. Following emancipation, Anna Julia Haywood began her formal education in 1868 at the St. Augustine's Normal School and Collegiate Institute in Raleigh, a school created with the support of the Freedmen's Bureau. To attend, Anna received a scholarship from a local reverend. As part of the scholarship, Haywood began to tutor other students in addition to her studies, thus starting her lifelong career as a teacher. She successfully petitioned for admission to all courses at St. Augustine's, even those previously offered exclusively to boys. She attended the school for 14 years, graduating in 1877. While at St. Augustine's, Haywood met her future husband, George A.C. Cooper. Born in the Bahamas, George taught while also studying theology there. They married in 1877. However, George died in 1879, shortly after becoming ordained. Anna J. Cooper continued to teach at St. Augustine until 1881 when she enrolled at Oberlin College. As a widow earning her own income through teaching, Cooper wrote to the president of the college asking if she could attend tuition-free. The school granted her admission to the school without cost. She enrolled and continued to teach to support herself. She ultimately earned her bachelor's degree in 1884 and an honorary master's degree in 1887. Later that same year, Cooper started as a teacher at the M Street Washington High School in Washington, D.C., the only Black college preparatory high school. While in D.C., Cooper grew more involved with racial politics and social activism. She advocated for Black students to have the same opportunities for college education, not simply vocational education, as Booker T. Washington believed. In 1892, Cooper wrote the influential book, A Voice from the South by a Black Woman of the South, with reflections on issues of gender, race, Southern identity, class, labor, and education. And it is considered the first book-length articulation of Black feminist theory. Cooper recognized that the colored woman of today occupies, one may say, a unique position in this country where she is confronted by both a woman question and a race problem, and is yet unknown or unacknowledged factor in both. Furthermore, she put forth critical ideas about intersectionality. Cooper's Southern voice brought a distinct perspective necessary to understanding the complexities of race and gender across the nation. Cooper grew as an intellectual force into the new century. She traveled to Europe in 1900, where she spoke at the Pan-African Conference in London and participated as the only female member of the American Negro Academy, an organization for African American scholarship. Despite her efforts and participation in the national movement, Cooper relentlessly invested her time in her local community through service and teaching. In 1901, she became the principal of the M Street High School, and a year later, she co-founded the Colored Settlement House in D.C., the first social service agency for African Americans in the city. However, in 1906, the Board of Education, full of Booker T. Washington supporters, fired her as principal. A controversy grew, emboldened by dissatisfaction with her educational efforts that aligned with Washington's political opponent, W.E.B. Du Bois. As a result, she briefly moved to teach at the Jefferson Institute in Missouri before returning to teach at the M Street High School in D.C. in 1911. Following her PhD in 1929, Cooper led a university in Washington, D.C. as its president. When the university needed a permanent site, she offered her home at 201 Street Northwest free of charge to the school. She even named a school within the university the Hannah Stanley Opportunity School after her mother. When Cooper retired from teaching, she remained active in writing articles and essays for publications such as The Crisis, the NAACP's magazine founded by W.E.B. Du Bois. At 105 years old, Anna J. Cooper died in Washington, D.C. on February 27, 1964. She is buried here in Raleigh, North Carolina, alongside her husband. I learned something about Miss Anna, which I did not know. Every time you travel, anybody that has a passport, she has a quote in the back of this passport, which I didn't know until I did research on her. It states, even though it's in the back,
it's in there though.
but it's in here.
Yeah.
So her famous quote is, "The cause of freedom is not the cause of a race or a sect, a party or a class. It is the cause of humankind, the very birthright of humanity." It's in everybody's passport.
Good job, Mimo.
Sister Sheila said, thank you, Mima, for that powerful, very interesting report this morning. It's so close to home, just in Raleigh, all this happened. So thank you again. And again, we want to continue to share information about our heritage because, as you said, some things we don't know, and this just to share this opportunity. Thank you for your patience.